welcome to another video. How are y'all doing today? Are y'all okay? How is spring treating you? Because baby, it's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Baby, I can't keep up for real. Okay? Is you good? But anyway, it's just a lot going on. But if you clicked on that button or you click play on this video, I know you're ready to hear another story time. We got another one, okay? It's called She Died, y'all. And this is a tragic story, y'all. This is another gas station story. But if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button and go and drop me some hearts in the comment. Let's get it poppin', okay? If you're new here, I am your girl, Barbara Dior. I'm so glad that you clicked play. Let's get into it. This story time is called She Died, okay? And if you're new here, if you hear some coughing in the background, you family now. You got to get used to it. It's my son. He cough all the time, y'all, okay? He just he got water beside him. He fine, but he just does it, okay? So you might hear it every now and then, okay? Let's get into it, okay? So I used to work at a gas station called Handy Hugo's, and I worked there. I want to say I worked there close to like almost, we'll say 18 months, because I didn't work there 2 years, so we'll say 18 months, okay? And I worked there for a little while, and I really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the customers. I had so many customers that came in, and I was in a time of my life where I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do next, okay? I did a correctional lifestyle, and I did that for 5 years, and I enjoyed working there. The respect that came with the job, the different things and skills that it taught me, being able to work well with others. It just taught me a lot of stuff, and it grew me up better as a person. But at the same time, I also was responsible for a salon that I had, and I had that too for 5 years. And then I was going from a shifting where I had left the prison. I took on this project full time. Then my lease was coming up, and I had to make a executive decision. Do I want to do this another 5 years? Because the lease was not a 1 year lease. It was a 5 year lease. And so I decided I just don't want to do it anymore. You know, I had my time in the sun with it. It was fun. It was nice. It was educational. I learned a lot about being a business owner, but I just did not want to renew my lease because it was not my dream, so to speak. It was just something I was doing to get money. And I was like, yeah, it's time to do something else. But the thing was, I was in a time I just didn't know what something else was. So I took a job at a gas station, and I just started working. And I worked overnight. I worked in the daytime. I worked, my shifts changed from here and there. It just really depended on what he needed. And I did my job, and I did it very well. And I enjoyed meeting that. The one thing that I liked about the gas station was meeting everybody in the community and being connected with everybody. You meet everybody. You meet the drunks. You meet the money people that really got the money. The people that ain't trying to brag, they really got it. I met multiple millionaires, y'all, that would just come in there and play lottery because they bored. They don't have nothing to invest in. They come in there. It ain't nothing for them to, can I get all your $30 tickets? You want all of them. You realize it's 30 of these $30 tickets. Can I get all of them? Because they just got it. And then they come back in and they make you scan it, and they don't want another 2,000, 5,000, 50,000 because they done brought all of them. Okay. So you met all types of people, and then they will tip you. Like if they won, you're the good luck that made them won. So every time they come in there, they want to. So it was nothing for me to come in there and be broke and then leave out of there with $100 because somebody won and then they gave you money. And that was a regular thing at the gas station. They call it luck. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to mess with their luck. They got to bless the person to help them. Okay. And that happened. I don't know if you work at a gas station or you worked at a gas station, but this is what happened at mine. Okay. So I worked there and I enjoyed it. But after a while, I'm like, woo, time to do something else. But right before I was about to go, this happened on a particular night. Like we had regular customers that came in, and you had people that came in that was homeless, that didn't really have anywhere to go. And in this particular season that I'm talking about, this situation that the young lady died, it was cold outside. It was very, very cold outside. And she was a particular girl that to me, she looked like she was on some type of drugs, but She would come in and she would just come in and ask could she go to sleep in the bathroom. She said that she was tired of walking and she just wanted to go to sleep. Just could I give her like 2 or 3 hours to go to sleep? And that's what she would do. Sometimes it was not an everyday thing. She'll come, go to sleep or whatever. And I'll put like a order outside, like basically like the toilet stool don't work anymore, out of service, because I could tell she was just tired. And from time to time, I would go check on her, and she would literally have a backpack, have a little pillow, and have a cover, and literally be asleep. Just knocked out sleep because she don't have nowhere to go. In the bathroom, she'll go clean herself up, brush her teeth, change her clothes, and just lay there until I'll be like, okay, well, you got to go now or whatever. And I just let her sleep. But the weird thing about working overnight is that we close at a certain time. So she couldn't be there when I closed the store, but we reopened up in an hour. So I think we closed down from, if I can remember it right, I think it was from 12 to 1 or from 1 to 2. It was a 1 hour stretch where we were closed to the public. But during that time, we had to restart the shift and everything. So during that time, we really, for that whole hour, you go in the cooler and you just restock. You restocking items, you clean, you mop the floor, you resetting the store up. So during that time, she couldn't be in the store. So usually that's when I would interrupt her. If she would just pop up randomly, I would close the bathroom down, and I wasn't supposed to do it. If I don't think that my manager would have cared, knowing the situation, but he probably would, because, I don't think they would have cared, but I did it anyway, because if I was a person that was going through something like that, I would need the type of person to, hey, can I borrow your bathroom for a couple hours just so I can rest my eyes? So picture that. You ain't got no bed, you ain't got no home, you're on the streets, you don't have no resources right now, that instant. I need a place to stay. What would you do? Tell her she gotta go? No. Out of order. I got you, girl. Sometimes I was knock on the door, and at the time I was dating a Puerto Rican and black guy, and he used to cook for me all the time, like all these Spanish dishes. So whenever he cooked for me and she was there, and sometimes, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie, I wouldn't even eat my whole meal because I was scared that she would come and I ain't got nothing to offer her, because I wasn't rich at the time, baby. I was struggling too, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure that she ate because she was thin. She was so thin. But she looked to me to be about 25. We're going to call her Stacy. Because I think that's what she said her name was. So Stacy, I basically said, one day she came in, and it was a particular day. So let's say in a month's time, I'll see her 3 times. I will see her 3 times. And she'll come in and she'll look at me and she'll do this number right here. And I'll be like, because she already asked me, we already had the report. Yeah, go ahead. And so when she come, I will knock on the door. And so when I knock on the door, I'll say, hey, it's me. And then I will always give her my dinner. Like, if he brought me something, I'd be like, bring an extra. And he'd be like that. Because my boyfriend thought I was pregnant. Because I kept on saying, can you bring me extra? Can you bring me extra? Because I really need to want to tell the girl business. So one day I had to tell my boyfriend, like, this was going on. He was like, babe, I could have brought you some more for her, the little homeless girl. I'm like, stop calling her that. He's like, I could have brought you more for the little homeless girl. You want to feed the little homeless girl? We could have brought up like. So what he started to do was to make her a sandwich. Like, or he'll text me and be like, let me know if you see her. Because he will bring my lunch up there. Let's say if I work overnight, he will bring my lunch up there, or my dinner up there by 9 o'clock. So by 9 o'clock. So she usually appeared at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So he'll always be like, she there? Or, is she there? And I'll be like, no, she didn't come today. So we were really looking for her, because she knew if she came, she could get a cup, because I'm gonna get her a cup. Okay, I'm gonna get her a cup. I'm gonna pay for it. It ain't no problem. I'll ring it up, get her a cup. She can drink whatever she want to drink, from her fountain drinks. She knew that. I will always give her a cup every time she came in, and I would pay for it. And so after that or whatever, if he made dinner or whatever, I would get her meal, or I'll text him like, she here, and he'll shoot me a sandwich or something to give her. And then one particular day, she told me, you don't have to feed me, She was like, because I noticed that you always feed me. Like, you always give me something. I was like, you're so thin. You're so thin. She was like, oh, I got a high tether. She always joked, and we did our little laughter and stuff like that. So one particular day, I was coming in working my shift. And my shift, I work from 10 to 7. So, no, it was 11 to 7. 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And so when I was coming in, there was police everywhere. It was police everywhere. It was like, so imagine pulling up to a gas station, there's 10 police officer cars and their lights are all flashing. And I'm thinking like, oh, somebody robbed. You know what I'm saying? That was my first thought. Oh, we got robbed. Who done robbed? You know? So I come in the store and they say, you can't come in right now. And I'm showing them, I work here. Oh, you can come in, or whatever. Because they had the door wide open. And so, but they had it closed for the general public. And so when I come in there, there was a manager that I hadn't seen before in there. And he was like, are you the one that's going to take over the shift? And I was like, yeah, I'm the one that's supposed to take over the shift next. He was like, well, we're closing the store for the next 2 hours or whatever. You can come back or you can stay. It's up to you, but you won't be able to work until, you know, they finish doing what they got to do. And I'm like, what's going on? And so I see that the bathroom is open. And then I see Stacy on the floor and they got, you know, taking pictures and everything. And I'm like, I see needles and everything on the floor. And I'm like, what a freak. Because I knew that she was on something, but when I saw her, I guess I always saw her when she was coming down off of it. I didn't really see her high. I always seen her when she was coming down, you know, off of it or whatever, because she was never high. Well, I didn't know she was high. And so when I seen that, like, I really was sad. Like, I really started crying because even though it was like, he would laugh at it. Y'all don't pay my background. He in there playing on the game. Y'all, he not laughing at Stacey. I assure you. Anyway, so, y'all, it was terrible to imagine you're feeding this person. Like, it's just like, I ain't gonna compare her to a stray cat, but it's just like having that cat that keep coming to your house. And you look for it because after a while, you like, okay, if it's gonna come get some ice and something to eat, you look for it, you know. I kind of was looking for her daily because I was worried about, did she eat? Because she was so thin. Like, it didn't look like she was getting regular meals. So I just felt like, okay, we're eating so much in my home that I'm not eating my whole dinner. So why not, you know, is she going to eat it up? And she ate everything. Like, she ate everything. She used to come up there and when she about to leave, I'm about to go, friend. And she was like, I'm about to go. She used to call me friend. She was like, I don't even think the girl knew my name, but she used to call me friend. She was like, I'm about to go, friend. Thank you for the sandwich. I don't care what she ate. I remember we made her a whole plate, y'all. She had 4 fried wings, some macaroni and cheese, and some string beans and some cornbread. She came and gave me a hug, y'all. And she smelled, I remember her smelling so good. I'm like, what is that? She said, Dove. So she was going in there and taking care of herself. Like, when she would come in, she would look so dirty and depleted. But then she would come out and she would have her new pair of clothes. You know, she cleaned herself up. So to see her laying on the floor like that, I had to go. It tore me up on the inside. So I texted my boyfriend. I was like, yeah, I gotta come back home because Stacy is dead. And he said, what? Like, he couldn't believe it because you gotta think, Stacy then became part of our life, you know what I'm saying? He asked about the girl every day, you know? And they eventually end up meeting him because he came in one night and she was there. Like, she had walked through the door. I said, there goes Stacy right there. And I said, you know, because Stacy will come. Some nights she'll be talkative. Then some nights she just looked like she needed to sleep. So, if she talked, I talked. But if she didn't, we had our little thumb up number. But this particular night that she came in, my boyfriend was there. And he had just brought the stuff. And he was very detailed, y'all. He packed my lunch to the T, okay? He packed my lunch to the T. So, he packed my lunch to the T. I'm like, baby, I'm a whole roll of door. I'm talking about a fork with it a napkin rolled around it. Like, sir, why are you so extra? Like, He was like, my baby ain't gonna be at nobody's job starving, okay? Because he didn't like that I worked overnight. No way. He didn't like that. So y'all, he would frequently come up there, like randomly. Like, bro, you do not need that. He would just come up there and buy stuff. Like, just come up there so he could come up there and talk to me. Or sometimes he would just sit outside, like, because he did not like me working overnight at all. And I really appreciate it. At first I felt it like it was annoying. Like, you doing too much, baby. What you think? I got to meet the man or something. I don't know what you think. But he used to come up there. But they got to meet each other. And I was like, this your chef right here. She was like, oh my gosh. She was like, your food is just so good. You should open up a restaurant. And they sat there and talked for about 30, 40 minutes. That was the longest she talked. She talked longer to him than she talked to me. And I'm just thinking like, heck, oh, if you want for me, okay. But anyway, they were just talking, having a good time. And so she went on, I put the order sign and stuff, and he went on and left, and he come back. Anytime I closed the store, anytime I was there, he came at closing just to make sure. He would come like, if I worked from 10 to 7, he would come 4 times. He'll come when my shift first started. He'll come like in the middle of the shift, and then he'll come 2 times before I close. And that's just to say, you good, make sure I was good or whatever. So when I told her that he died, I was like, I'm looking at her body, she's laying on the floor, and it looked like drugs. Like, but they told us that we can stay or leave. He was like, what you gonna do? And I'm like, I'm gonna go. And I was told up by that girl laying on the floor. And so what I found out when I came back to work, it was another manager that I hadn't seen, because I don't remember to this day. I don't remember where my main manager was at that day. He could have been on vacation. I don't know what it was, but he wasn't there. And they basically was like asking me questions, because they were asking me questions because they saw that I put the order out. They saw what we were doing, like letting her go in the bathroom. And I basically told her that she was homeless. She didn't have nowhere to go. So yeah, I put it up there for us. I didn't know that she was aware that she was doing drugs. If she was doing drugs, when I went in the bathroom, to be honest, every time she was in there, she used to clean the bathroom. Like, that was one of our assignments. We had to clean the bathroom. Anytime it was dirty, anytime somebody made an ass, you got to go ahead and clean it. They wanted that bathroom clean, okay? And that's how it should be. So she would always clean the bathroom. Like, she'll be like, whenever she done, and maybe that's why she did that, but the bathroom used to smell good. When she leave that bathroom used to smell good, okay? That bathroom used to smell good. And then whatever spray she had, she used to spray the bathroom, and it just smelled good. It just smelled like sugar. I don't know what kind of spray she had, but it just smelled so good. I used to think like, she had this bathroom and then could clean, y'all. I cleaned the bathroom. It looked decent, it looked good, but every time she used to clean, it sparkled. And I'm thinking like, this is her calling right here. This is her calling. She used to make everything sparkle in the bathroom. Then she leave. And maybe that's what she was doing. She's cleaning after whatever she did in there. So basically, they basically felt some type of way about me, doing what I did, like kind of letting her sleep and everything. But the head manager didn't feel a problem with it. She said that, to be honest, it's something that I don't agree with, but at the same time I would. She was like, because if she came in my store, I was there, I would let her sleep. So never got in any trouble or nothing like that. But they was like, for here on out, due to this ending up being a drug overdose, don't do it again. Just let them know that no, they can't sleep here. No, they can't. It's nothing wrong with you giving them a cup. If you see they really homeless, it's nothing wrong with you. Because it was like, you didn't have to pay. I paid for a cup every time she came in there. You didn't have to do that. You just gave her a cup. And they told me that. And then they also said, the main head manager that was over everybody was like, she was proud of how I handled the situation. But next time, just communicate with them. Let them know what's going on so you can get covered. Because let's say, they could have said it was your fault. And I'm like, no, it ain't my fault. I won't in there give nobody no drug now. I won't in there give nobody no drug, taking no drugs, selling no drugs. It wasn't my fault. It could have switched it some kind of way being your fault. But every time they watch the cameras, and they watch the cameras, and the day she overdosed, I won't even there, when she overdosed, and she had went in the bathroom and locked herself in, normally she just came earlier. So if my shift starts at like 10, 11 o'clock or whatever, because sometimes I'll come in a little bit early, I'll come in like 10:30, my shift started at 11. She came in there at 7 p.m. overdose, and she was dead. They said she was dead by 9 p.m. So she had been dead. She came in there at 7 or something, and she was dead by 9, according to the body. You know, the people that examined her, she was dead at 9. So by the time they found her, because, you know, they knocking on the door, but nobody's answering. So multiple people's like knocking on the door. And then it had multiple people had came in and they had to use the bathroom. So, you know, of course, the person that's worked, they're going to check it out. And so when they did open up the door, they was like, I don't think nobody in there. We don't hear anything in there. I don't think nobody in there. They opened up the door because we got another key, and she was laying there. She had overdose. So I thought it was sad. And you know, I had 2 days off after that because it just was too sad for me, and I didn't want to work. I kind of felt like after that, that's when I kind of was like, yeah, I might need to find something else to do. I felt sad about that. It wasn't my fault, but it just made me feel sad that, you know, she went in the bathroom and she died there alone by herself in the bathroom with a habit. And I feel like that now, you know, I feel like that I could have offered her more research other than a plate of food, you know. I feel like that you know, right now I work where we find resources for people, you know, whatever their situation is. And I feel like that with the right set of team, maybe we could have helped her more, you know, even though we were feeding, maybe we could have did more. Okay. But anyway, I feel like I did my part. I gave a courteous word when I can. I gave a plate when I could. I talked to her when she talked to me. And I feel like I did my part. But it bothered me, y'all. It really bothered me to the point I was like, yeah, I'm going to find something to do. Because I just kept remembering, you know, her laying there. And it was just how her body was laid. Like her arm was laying, like... And then, like, it just was how, you know... And then afterwards, you work over down there and you in that bathroom. And you just remember that. Like, she was... right there, and now we gotta use this same bag. It creeped me out, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to find something to do. And soon after, if you watch the other story time, I quit. I found me something else to do. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead, that's the end of this story time. If you haven't already, hit that like button, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, drop me some hearts in the comments, and I thank you for watching. But y'all, we got some merch in, okay? Merch time, merch break, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I need y'all to go. I'll put it across the screen. I need y'all to go shop. If you part of the best squad, you need a uniform, okay? So I done got you one, okay? This is the new bestie shirt, okay? Besties in the house, big besties in the house. Okay, y'all need to go online today, and I need y'all to go ahead and go on Diva Supply, and I need y'all to get the bestie merch, okay? Get you and your bestie one, okay? All right? And if you ain't got your bestie, if you don't got no bestie, I'm your bestie, okay? Period. So you get you a shirt. Team bestie, team us, okay? So, yes. And I'm going to put it in when you order it. It's going to come in these little cute little Barbie bags. Okay? Cute. It'll come in these little cute Barbie bags. Now, these are the Barbie... These are the Barbie beauty bags, and this one right here has all the stuff that's in it. So it's over 17 items of stuff. Y'all gonna have to check out the last video that I dropped about all the merch that I got. But I did want to show y'all the Barbie clips, and I want to show y'all the eyelashes that I am selling. That is also on the website. The Barbie shirts will be $20. I mean, not a Barbie shirt. The bestie shirts are $20. So y'all go ahead and shop today. The lashes are $8. Okay, so y'all go ahead and shop today. The Barbie clips are only $8. Okay, so get some little Barbie in your life. Okay, love the Barbie clips. Okay, love the Barbie clips. So shop with the dwarves today. Okay, I just want to show y'all a few of the items so y'all can go up there. Cause I know I'll be like, go shop with the dwarves, and y'all like, where the products at? Where the products at? Some people want to, you know, be a believer. You know, they got to see the products for themselves. So make sure y'all go up there and shop. I do drop off free gifts. So if you shop with me and you buy more than 2 items, you will get a free gift. I don't know what the free gift gonna be, but I'll drop it off, baby. I love to put in free gifts so you don't know. Because, like, when I order from a company, they drop a free gift, I'll be like, oh, okay. I see how y'all doing. Okay. So, anyway, thank you so much for clicking play. Get y'all bestie shirts today. And y'all got some link on it. They came from me. Get y'all bestie shirts today. Only $20, okay? So, love y'all. Bye. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video. Bye, besties.